have never used my tears to try to get out of an argument. Sometimes they just happen. Okay.
I don't like that you're interviewing us.
We're just talking.
We're talking. I'm not going to give it energy to then build upon, to then fester, to then it's been 6 days and you're still mad about the argument that happened last week.
You're quite literally stuck with this person forever. Not till they're 18, not for anything.
But when she's not 18, I'm cutting her off. I'm just kidding.
No, you're not.
So going back to what I said, I said, respect, peace, and intimacy. Just because it's intimacy doesn't mean I need you to, ride me every night. I tell my wife all the time, I was like, I love to be touched, but it's not even in a sexual way. Like, you see me at my computer desk, just walk up and just rub the back of my head. You ain't got to say anything. Come rub it for 5 seconds and walk away.
I'm Lindsey.
I'm Mazie.
I'm Taco.
And this is Unfiltered Trauma Blondes.
And brown.
And browns. Tans.
Okay, so what men want is what we're talking about today. That's why you're here. And he's coming from a different perspective because he's a married man.
Yes.
So,
have you, well, we won't.
Yeah,
I won't start with the questions
don't get
yet.
into it.
Yeah. Do you want to do high-lows first?
Buy me an appetizer first.
Stupid. But first, high-low. So what is your high and low of the week? Lindsey can go first.
You're looking at him and then you go, Lindsey can go first.
Thanks for doing
that. Okay. High of the week. Let's see. I had a really good weekend. It was my best friend Melissa's birthday yesterday. And so Friday night, she was supposed to go on a date. And the guy that she was supposed to go out with didn't take into account picking up his daughter or something. I don't know. His plans got thrown off because his daughter had something. And so she had already found a babysitter. So we went out. We went to Texas? Nope, there wasn't a Texas. Conroe Ice House. It was the first time I've been. Have you been to the Conroe Ice House?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. I'd never been. It was the first time that I had gone. I really liked it. I liked the setting of it. I liked the lights out there.
Probably more lively when she went than when we go.
Well, it was karaoke night.
It was also karaoke night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was a good crowd because I don't like it when it's too packed. But it was there were people there. But there was a whole different thing going on inside than outside. They had salsa dancing and stuff like that going on inside.
Uh-huh.
And then outside was karaoke. Yeah, because we walked through on the way out and I was like, damn, I should have been in here. Because they were partying. It looked fun.
Okay.
I didn't know they did stuff like that there.
Yeah, well, she came out there and said she was giving lessons and asked if we wanted to go take lessons. And I was like, no, I'm just going to sit here. But when we went in there, it was a whole thing. I misjudged it. And then went to see Whiskey Myers on Saturday for her birthday too. And that was fun. Yeah. My low.
Country singer.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's
love Whiskey Myers.
Whiskey Myers? Concert, band.
Gotcha.
Low.
Y'all focus on lows? Wow.
We don't focus. We just say the high and the low.
Yeah, what was the low of the week?
Here lately, you haven't had one.
Yeah.
So it's been great.
I've been a little emotional the past couple days. That's probably my low. You know how you go through you have those days that just throw you off again. So.
And then you get pissed off.
Sad, pissed off.
Right.
And you're like, I thought I was out of it.
Now you just start spiraling.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah.
My high-low, I also had a great weekend. Eden had her birthday party, so we went to Akashi, and that was fun. And then my low is that I dislocated my femur and tailbone by taking out the trash.
How long did you wait to take it out? It's the heaviest trash ever.
It was, though, because I cleaned out the fridge at work, and I had meant to do that days prior, and I didn't. So then whenever I was cleaning out, it was double trash.
Yeah.
And then...
Is there nobody at the office that ever offers, hey, don't...
I was all by myself.
Don't do that. Oh, okay. Interesting.
I was by myself.
Interesting. Okay.
dick.
So the people that typically say like, hey, don't pick it up.
They weren't there.
They're probably right though.
Sure, but they weren't there.
Looking out for you when you don't even realize it. Man.
See? Bully.
No.
I don't think that's a bully at all.
Just a tone setter.
Yeah. He's stern. It's fine.
Whatever. What's your high-low, stupid?
Well, unlike y'all, I don't focus on lows.
Okay,
I have no
here
lows.
we go.
No, I really don't.
Your low is that you went clubbing?
No, I guess the high was we had 4 birthday parties Saturday. So I was able to take a slight break from real estate for a full day. Slight. Still took phone calls. So, yeah, from like 10 a.m. on Saturday to 2 a.m. on Sunday. So.
But you got to hang out with Erica the entire day, right? And doing that?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. You know, we get annoyed with each other.
Well, sure.
But
We all
no,
do.
yeah.
At least you got to
Yeah, no, I was with Kyson. Jalen was with her mom. So it was the 3 of us. 2 kids' birthday parties, then Eden's, and then my brother-in-law's. And now I'm still recovering 2 days later. So what happens when you're seeing 40?
Yeah, right.
No lows.
Okay.
It is.
Awesome.
It's never mind. We're not going to get too philosophical here. I apologize.
No, hit us with it.
I don't know. I lost it. It was right there and I lost it.
Oh, it's okay. I do that too. All done. We need omegas.
Omegas?
Yeah, it helps with like whenever you lose your train of thought.
Oh, I thought you meant like the fraternity.
No, we need. Yeah, cool.
I was like, y'all made it.
I don't know. I don't want somebody. Yeah, no.
Do you have a creep of the week?
A creep of the week. What's that?
Where
Well, for you, just any situation to where like you dealt with a creepy person because you're married, so you probably don't get a whole lot of like inbox creeps.
not inbox, but profession.
Oh yeah, what about that?
No, not this week. Everybody's been on their what? Nah, nobody. It's just weird things that I notice when I'm out, but no, nothing. I don't focus on BS.
I was thinking about what you told me about the too touchy.
Oh yeah, a couple weeks ago, there's a sales rep, and I asked a couple of the agents. I was like, hey, when you're going and you're like talking with these sales reps, dang, they're gonna see this. Maybe, I don't know. But I was like, y'all get like hugs and touched and stuff? They're like, what do y'all mean? I was like, I don't know. And it'd be like, I think it'd be like the older women too.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh honey. But they're like just touching my chest, and like she said, so like this is literally, hey, so I was
They're doing that on purpose.
Like,
yeah.
That is definitely a thought move for a chick to touch.
But with it being an older woman,
Doesn't
you're like a lady in her 50s, 60s. I'm like, all right, you gotta be respectful.
She's one.
She's
to
in
see
her
what
prime.
she feel like.
God,
Yeah.
Some.
So, or she's coming out of her prime, and that's why she's trying to maintain it. But no, I was like, they're like, nah. They're like, no, that doesn't happen to us.
I know some 70-year-old horn dogs. So do you.
Do I?
Yes, you do.
Oh, we'll have to talk about that off camera. Who it is, I probably know.
Yes, you do. So, but with that, I mean, that's what I mean by in their prime, sexually speaking. I feel like they get even hornier once they pass 50.
Well, or they just
It's
don't
like
give
the
a
old
shit about
man,
talking
right?
about it.
They just don't care. They don't filter. They're unfiltered.
They are super unfiltered. That shit happens really fast. I notice things even like with my parents where you're just like, did you just say that out loud?
They're like, why? Yeah.
I don't care.
Zero F's given mentality.
Okay.
Yeah.
My mom made a sexual comment at dinner the other day, and I was just like,
I know.
in front
She
of
even
Carrie?
winked at me. I didn't know how to feel. She like winked at me, and then she like stared through me. I think. I felt kind of touched again, my chest. No, I'm just kidding.
What about you? Do you have a creep of the week?
No, but I was saying earlier, like, I'm gonna give a tip to not be creepy as a guy. Like, if you want to ask a girl out or something. I had a guy, I woke up to asking me out this morning, and it was like, hi, Lindsey, how are you? Can I take you out? I don't know this person at all. We've never even had a conversation. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, it's just kind of weird, right? To ask someone out that you've never even had a conversation with. It's like, maybe don't do that.
Shoot though.
I appreciate the directness.
Yeah.
No.
She goes, I
like
don't.
maybe a conversation first.
Yeah.
How should a guy do that? See, y'all always have y'all.
Well, I will start a conversation. So a guy did the other day, actually. I had posted a picture. It was me with somebody else. And he sent me a message and he said, that smile gets me. And then he said something after that. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cute. So, yeah. I mean, there's definitely ways of doing it where it's fun and flirty and non-creepy or threatening, light.
She said earlier, she was like, it's not, you can't be like Noah. We're not on that date anymore. Noah from the Notebook.
Why not? just
run up. Well, it would be different if it was in person. Yeah. But I've never even seen him in person.
Well, 2025.
I'm going to have to see. Like, there's going to have to be.
It's also different for everybody. She would probably appreciate the directness.
I would. I'd still say no, but I'd appreciate it.
Well, I don't not appreciate it. I didn't really put it on a scale of appreciation or not.
I do a lot of Facebook stalking first. Like, what kind of
before you respond?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I think we'd have a good time?
I do the same thing, but like for that one, for me, it's like, no.
I'm just
giving
you a hard time.
No, but I like it. I like having the thought process.
It's an ongoing thing. It's like, how do you approach a woman?
Yeah.
You see somebody at the gym, right? And then you go and there's all these videos like, oh my God.
Well, and we all want something different.
Like, correct.
Everybody has a type, a taste.
Right. So now it's always, you know, like the little basketball game and like the goal's moving. You got to try to, that's literally what it is.
It is.
Oh,
I get that. But that's why they started throwing the cast net. Like, they get more at one time. Send the same message to like 10 different girls. Yeah. See where it sticks.
We talked about that last time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that does happen. I mean, like, I've had multiple guys reach out to me and then like message Melissa, message you, and like
all the same stuff.
Yeah. Like, you should at least hit different circles, right? Like, don't hit the same group up front. We're sharing that with each other. I'm gonna get in that friend group. Hey, look fun. Let me try again.
I want to get on that fucking podcast. Okay, I don't have a creep.
You don't have a creep?
No creep of the week this week.
It's a good week for you.
Weenies?
No weenies.
No weenies.
No weenies.
You're a weenie week every week.
Yeah. That's funny. I can't believe that. That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yes.
What is?
Y'all get that stuff.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy.
I don't know. That's the difference between a man and a boy.
I woke up one morning and this man had his penis in a penis pump. So it was the picture, you could.
So you're hungry.
It was a picture of his penis in the pump and his hand his other hand holding the pump. And I was like, I had never seen a penis pump before, so I was thinking that was a measuring tool.
I've seen one on Austin Powers.
Yeah.
What did you respond? Cool?
No, absolutely not. I didn't respond to anything. What the fuck do you do?
Say pump it.
You should put that song.
What?
Pump the jam.
Stupid.
But
that would have been amazing.
And it was 3 pictures. One of them he
had different angles?
Yeah.
What?
Well, but one of them was a picture of him with his...
What time of day was this?
Very early in the morning. But these were pictures that he had taken before.
I wonder if people stay on drinking all night.
And he saved them in his bank to be able to send out to people. Bitch. So he sent... So it was that... And then he sent 2 other pictures. It was penis pump.
Did that make it around y'all circle?
No, I didn't see it. I'd have loved to have
You were
seen
the
that
only
one.
lucky one?
Yay.
I'm going to need you to forward this shit next time. We need a witness.
Gross.
It's like assault. It does kind of almost feel a little assaultish when those things happen.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck?
Like, it's virtual flashing. Like, it's like
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I wonder, could you imagine Montgomery County Police reporter, like,
do we identify them through dicks? Yeah. There's a lineup.
That one's definitely David.
I got David.
Wow.
Oh, there's Big Dick David.
Tiny Tim. Banana Ben.
Banana Ben, he's the curved guy.
If Ben is watching this, you're not Ben and Ben.
Been here.
Calm down. Calm down.
Ben said, "Yep,
That's me." It's not at all. Not close. All right. Well, what then what?
Not that."
Okay, so first, let's talk about who you are to here. So you're one of my best friends.
Yeah.
And you...
Apparently I've been talked about on here before.
Yes.
Often.
Yeah.
She mentions you all the time.
Interesting. Hopefully good things.
Terrible.
I know.
All terrible. But you and I clicked,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was like the date that never left, except friends. In friend form. So
I'll accept that.
yeah. So you and I click over, like, obviously the trauma aspect of things, and then I don't know. How would you describe our friendship?
Annoying? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. You know, I'm not good at these things. A breath of fresh air. I don't know. It's.
I paid it.
You paid it. No, it's one of those. I don't know. It's. I don't even know how to describe it.
I don't either. That's why I asked you.
Oh. I don't. We just. I don't know. Just. It's one of those like what's understood doesn't need to be explained type things. It sounds very whack,
Yeah.
but that's just kind of what it is.
No.
It's
It's souls.
you just get it. I think other people just realize it and get it, but it's not like weird.
I think too, whenever we all have things to trauma bond over in some form or fashion, whether it's being able to relate on certain things
Yeah, it opens your eyes.
or yeah, for sure. It makes you feel a little less alone and weird.
Right.
So, because we all think that our trauma and bad decisions are the worst. How could we do that? But someone thinks the same thing about theirs, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But it's also like in a lot of times when we talk, it's not just like a yes man.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, well, have you ever thought it from this perspective?
Yeah, I do appreciate that you challenge me a lot. That's one thing that you do too. Both of y'all challenge my thought process on a lot of things, which I appreciate. Okay, so you were. Let's talk about your life, and
What
then we'll
about
get
it?
into the what men want.
Well, so y'all work together?
Yeah, no, we do. Yes,
We do now. We didn't.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I was. A
So how
vendor.
did you meet?
I was in title.
Okay.
And so
Sure.
the office that he's in, or that we are now in, I was one of their vendors.
Okay.
And I was our boss, like his only, well, I guess my boss, not your boss. I was his only title company that he would use. So then I just started to pour into them and develop relationships with all the agents there. And then Kyler ended up hiring me to
Okay.
come on.
Yeah.
So
But that was only this year.
January.
Yeah. So we were just talking about this the other day. I was like, when did we first become friends?
We're coming up on our 2-year friend anniversary.
No, it's only been a year. When we established that in the summer, it was just a year.
Of like,
Yeah,
like
'cause we went and
actual
we
friendship.
met.
Yeah.
Talked about marketing stuff at the taco spot.
Yeah.
The little Mexican restaurant on.
It was really only a year ago.
Yeah. Crazy. You're stuck.
Like Chuck. It really feels longer than that.
It's not.
Okay.
Remember
Maybe
the other day I
y'all
was
knew each
scrolling.
other in a different life.
Probably. I was probably a
Probably.
squirrel.
What the
Tell me I'm not. I couldn't be a frog.
I don't know what you would have been.
You went from squirrel to frog.
That's a crazy
Because I'm thinking of all the
transition.
little things that you see out in the front yard.
What?
Not a lizard, a gecko, an ant.
Well, I don't want to be a gecko. Yeah.
I can't be a squirrel or frog.
Can't a squirrel or frog. I'm like,
Well, the squirrel makes sense. I don't want to be a gecko. I got a dead one of those stuck in my door.
I got one in the garage.
Geckos are like cute and ugly at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're weird
Except when they're
colors.
selling insurance, and they're just always cute.
Yeah, they're cute. So sweet. That's funny.
All right.
Okay, so tell us about you and your life. You've got
Me
two
and my
kids.
life. I have 2 kids. I'm married. Coming up on December will be 4 years. My wife was my sister's best friend. What else? Raised by we're a blended, grew up in a blended family. So my parents, my parents are my stepdad and my mom, but they got married going into my freshman year. But he's who I consider my dad.
Mm-hmm. How many siblings?
2.
Okay.
Well, three.
What are you in that? Like
3.
Oldest, middle, baby?
I'm middle, the
You're
black
the middle?
sheep.
Okay.
And I get treated like it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I have an older brother, my older stepsister, but she's not really like around. And then I have a baby sister.
Okay.
So, yep. Kids are 17 and 2. A large gap. Yeah. But I
How
was
was
raised by a
that?
single mom until, yeah, like I said, up until then, I was just raised by my mom and my grandma pretty much until like 8th grade. So, yeah. How's what? Having the
The
kids?
age gap.
It's cool.
Like, how was that to start over after that many years?
And she trying to start over again, and I'm like, no.
What's that starting over again?
No, it feels like it. I tell people, I sit down,
how
and
it would
realize,
feel
look,
like it.
I look at things like this. I was like, if we have another child, that means I'm gonna be raising kids from 20 to 59.
Mhm.
God dang. Like, I'm gonna be in the old folks home by the time I'm barely able to enjoy life.
Oh, whatever.
What else would you do?
But then what's the difference of 2 more years?
Exactly.
Having 57 to 59.
Well, and what else would you do? Like, you have all these dreams, you have all these ideas, but like, I think all of us at the end would say, like, your family's where it's at.
Yeah.
So
I'm
it's
gonna
like,
have
even if another
grand-
one shows up, you're like, you know what, I was just
I'm gonna have grandkids and
all at the same time.
It's like
So you can
school-age
just
kids.
push the youngest one
I
off
didn't
on your
even think
kid.
about that.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
I did not even think about that.
Yeah, that's way till you're of good age. to
I know
have kids.
someone that's just starting off.
Mm.
James.
That's
At
right.
40, he's 41, he'll be 42.
And I love
Starting
the
over.
name. Gosh, I love the name so much.
What, James?
My
Yeah.
ex.
What they're
Oh.
naming the baby?
What is it?
Maisie. Maisie May. That's what I was.
Maisie.
That's what I was called in, like
Maisie
all
May?
through junior high and elementary, and
Wait,
through high school.
hold on. Who's naming the baby Mazie?
Her.
My ex-husband is having a baby with a girl that is in Lufkin. Her name is Tommy. And Tommy really likes the name Maisie.
He can't get away from me, bitch.
Wow.
He's how I'm. So them.
He
two,
knows about you?
They're
Oh, yeah.
how I met Robbie.
Oh, wow.
He was Jax's old baseball coach.
We kind of disagree on the meeting Robbie and me
Yeah,
having
well.
anything to do with it.
Nah, it's there.
No.
Yeah.
But
I mentioned the name.
but yeah, but the going back to the kids you had asked. I mean, it's cool. Co-parenting's fine now. It wasn't always.
No.
No.
How old were you then when that started? The co-parenting divorce, like
Oh, my daughter, like we're 6 months. She was like 6 months old.
whenever
Right.
y'all split?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So she doesn't know us ever together.
Right.
So a little
How
bit.
old were you? How old was her mom?
20?
So y'all were young.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were babies trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Y'all were both 20?
Yeah, by the time we split, her mom was, Jalen's mom was 19. And she had
I
her.
can't imagine trying to do that at 20 years old. I would have lost my mind.
Right,
I
yeah.
would have lost my mind. I was so emotionally just like not in control.
No, yeah, and it's, so yeah, I mean, it was tough up until, gosh, 21, really?
Oh, wow.
Like, yeah.
That's a long time.
People don't realize, yeah, so they see us now. Like, we were at dinner last night,
Mhm.
both families, and people see us now, and they're like, people that knew us, they're like, what the happened? Like, how is this? Like, we saw somebody at the rodeo that knew us, and they're like, this is weird. And it is, kind of. And I'd be lying to say, like, she doesn't still get on my nerves sometimes, and vice versa. But, I mean, you realize, what you focus on is what you're gonna like give energy to.
Mhm.
And so that's why, like, with her mom pisses me off still, and vice versa, I'm sure, but I just don't care anymore.
That's what I was gonna
But
say.
don't
You
care,
done-
not in a bad way, but just in a sense of like, I I'm not gonna give it energy to then build upon, to then fester, to then it's been 6 days and you're still mad about the argument that happened last week.
You're quite literally stuck with this person forever. Not till they're 18, not for anything.
Oh,
But
when she's
I
her 18, I'm cutting her off. I'm just kidding.
No, you're not.
But
I feel like that's one thing that people don't think about. It's not just till you're 18. Because you got to think about, it's prom last, right? But then it's also weddings and engagements.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
been-
all that often. You
Yeah,
know,
but
like
it's
you're not having
it's
to live
less.
life with
Yes.
them.
this is what I told Jalen the other day. I
see other
said,
people who are.
But then it's all the big things in life. It's not just the little, you forgot to
correct.
drop off the whatevers.
but this is what I told Jalen the other day. I said, she's like, dang, Dad, you happy for me to turn 18? It's just not that I'm happy. I said, this is a perspective that she doesn't realize. I said, once you turn 18, I don't have to ask another person to be able to spend time with you.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, what do you mean? So I don't have to ask your mom anymore. Like, hey, I want to take Jalen to, I don't have to ask. I'm going to ask you.
Yeah.
And then she was like, oh. So that's where, like, yeah, I get you're stuck with them, but, like, technically, I don't ever have to talk to Jalen's mom. Like, you know what I mean? In regards to concern about Jalen
Yeah.
ever again. That was going to be, I mean.
You could choose
like,
to not go to those things.
correct,
Yeah, for sure.
So it's just one of those things, but,
It's true.
that's with it. I don't see, I mean, we'll still talk and stuff. Like, I have no issues. But it's just one of those things that, yeah, but you're not, once you turn 18, yeah, they're still there. But it's, but I mean, it took years. And I've been telling her mom, I'm like, I know what happened. I know what changed. I told her mom, I was like, I wish you could express from the mom and the female perspective of what changed. I was like, we literally have like $1 million book that we are like sitting on right now that we could like, but you know, like a little how to co-parent, how to, you know, there's whatever you want to name it. But it's just one of those things that she's like, I don't know, she's like, I don't know, we just stopped arguing. I'm like, there's way more to it. I know what happened though.
Yeah.
So I got married. That's what happened.
Yeah.
That's part of it. And then, I mean, the big thing though is also realize that it ain't about the grown folks.
Yeah.
It's about the kids, and when you truly 100% put the focus on the kids, then you're not worrying about. Because a lot of time you got to think about it. Like we know some people that are going through stuff. A lot of times the issues are you're trying to get back at the person. And I told you this or told somebody else the other day. I said once you realize, like from a co-parenting standpoint, I can't control what happens at that household. Then like you'll experience peace.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't think we're here to give parenting advice. Sorry.
Yeah, we're here to do all of it.
But that's part of my trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's real. It sucks.
Yeah. And then but then there's issues with Jalen's mom that's my daughter's name, Jalen, that I didn't realize until like relationships afterwards that then led to like, dang, you got some issues.
Yeah.
Like you?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
me.
from what's happened. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for
And then,
sure.
because I think a lot of times, like guys would just like, no, we're good, and you just go on to the next thing.
Sweep it under the rug.
Yeah, but I think for you to truly experience that growth from like boy to man, you have to look at yourself in the mirror and have those real like conversations. Like, no, I do have, like for me, it was part of my issue was like I had daddy issues, and you're like, what? A man that has daddy issues? It's one of those things that typically just goes with like women, like, oh, she got daddy issues, she got daddy issues. But then I have to realize it, like with my biological father,
He wasn't around.
Correct. So then you step back, and the way I was in relationships is I was like always scared for people to like leave.
Abandonment.
Correct. We've talked about that. And so it's just one of those things that I experienced. The last girl that I dated before me and my wife started dating, like made me realize that.
Would you self-sabotage if things were going good? Like,
No.
You'd never create a situation where you could leave before they did, or no?
I would just always find a reason why they would want to leave. Like, you know what I mean? Like, try to, like, if they're, I don't know, like, hey, we're going out with our friends. Oh, you don't want to be around me. Are you leaving? Like, these are the thoughts that'll go through your head. Like, are you leaving? Are you cheating on me? You don't want to be with me anymore? Like that. So.
So this is just what you would wrestle with internally?
Yeah.
Okay.
And but then eventually, I mean, there's only so much you can do when you're dealing with it internally, because eventually it's going to come out.
Yeah.
And it would
For
come
sure.
out, nothing crazy, but eventually there's only so many demons you can fight with internally where you're like, are you leaving me? And you're like, whoa,
Yeah, you let it fester. I think
Yeah.
that men do that a lot.
Yeah.
Is they won't address it as it happens because y'all don't talk to each other as much as like girls do about things that are really bothering. Like you'll shoot the shit, but you don't like confide in a friend because you need to talk about something because you need to get it off your chest. And so I think that it festers.
Right.
And then things get said or just emotionally. Like I think that's kind of what happened with my marriage. He never talked to me ever about anything. And then one day he's just like, I don't want to be married anymore.
Why do you think that is?
I think that he had a lot of things that he wasn't addressing with me, but I'm not a mind reader. I mean, we had our issues. I 100% contributed to like the ending of our marriage, but I would always go to him and try to talk to him about it. And he did not reciprocate that. He would just like, he didn't want to talk about it ever. And then one day it's just like poof.
Well, but for him, so one thing that I wouldn't say that you have mommy issues.
Nah.
I think you and your mom are pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But with daddy issues, you're gonna have a harder time feeling comfortable opening up to other men because you feel like that's not even something that you can do with your dad. And then for him, for James, he has mommy and daddy issues. So he never had the constructive aspect in childhood of like how to say any of that.
Yeah,
so
100%.
I feel like having mommy and daddy issues myself, it fucking sucks. It sucks really bad. It's really hard. It's like, how do you navigate? But then you just have to take the chance and do it. You know what I mean? But I could see why most men, because I think that there's far more men that have daddy issues than they realize. And so...
Well, yeah, they're not supposed to talk about any issues because it's not manly.
And typically it takes a divorce to get them to be like, oh, I need therapy. I should have listened. You know what I mean? And even then, is it consistent? Is it intentional?
Right.
No. But not commonly. But for you, or for other men who have just daddy issues, I could see why they don't communicate because they never felt safe enough to do it in their own home. Which is sad.
It is sad.
That makes me feel sad for guys.
I don't like,
Men are so underserved. It irritates me.
At a young age, so under-nurtured.
Right.
But at the same time, like, you can't go overboard either with men. Like, you want your kid to grow up and be a man and not like a sissy. Like, you can't fix every bobo. You got to make them be tough too.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard. It's a
That's why my
fine line you
2-year-old,
dance on.
my 2-year-old's a boy, and he'll fall and cry, and he run to his mom, and I'm like, hey, and I'll tell him he fell on his knee the other day. I said, I look at me. I said, wipe it off. Take a deep breath. I said, I'm tough. He's like, I'm tough. I'm all right. I love you. Give him a kiss. So now it's like a good balance, right? You're showing him love, but then it's like, hey, I'm tough. Like, just wipe it off and keep it moving. So it's a unique, especially being a girl dad for years. But like you're saying, it's difficult. But I think society as a whole is getting a little bit better about like men communicating with each other.
I think so too.
So we're getting on that 100-year mark. So back in 1926, I think is when it started.
Okay, Miss Historian.
Whatever.
Drop the knowledge.
We were in this, or they had created this era of men are tough and don't have feelings, and they go to work and they do the things, and the women stay home and they're the feelings and they're the emotion and they're all the things. So we're coming out of that like parenting phase, I guess you could say, of them teaching us, nope, you have to be tough, you're not allowed to have feelings, you're not allowed to this. And so we're getting to this point of like, something's got to give. There's got to be, like, it doesn't need to be this fucking terrible. Because look at the world now. You know what I mean? And so we're getting to this place of what happened to being able to share emotion for men. What happened to being able to hug and I love you. And that doesn't, like, no mistake that you make is going to determine whether or not I love you more or less. You know what I mean? So we're finally getting to that 100-year mark, which is when things typically change. Of like, okay, it doesn't have to be like this. We all are seeing now where we're going wrong. Let's fucking flip it.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for this wave of healing to happen because it all has to start with a fad, right? So if the fad is healing, I'm all about it. take it.
Yeah, it's a balance though, because I think it can go a little bit too left, to where it's like, all right, now we just got a whole bunch of soft ass men.
Yeah, I think that you have to stay in the gray.
Yeah.
Like you can't be black or white.
Mm-hmm.
I'm convinced if you're all black or all white or all red or all blue or whatever it is, if you're all 100% on one side, you're like, really?
No, for sure.
You don't self-reflect at all.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So to that, we'll go into, I would like to hear some of the ones that we're going to talk about. Obviously, we're not going to get through all 13, but what you wanted prior to Erica, and then what you see now, knowing what you have and knowing a healthy relationship, a healthy marriage, navigating through life, maturing through some of it. What are some things that you see different as you've grown? You know what I mean? Through these.
Yeah, like personal values, what you were looking for before, or what means the most to you in a woman. What values do you need them to have as a man?
So before Erica, like I said, the girl I dated before Erica, Michaela, it was like a relationship, but it was like a situationship. So it was like on again, off again, type thing, and then it was a situation to where I knew I could like snap my fingers at times and then get what I wanted, but then also
With her?
Yeah, with her, but then I would say with what I was desiring from her and what I thought I needed or wanted was more superficial. Like you just need the pretty person that's gonna like sexually take care of you, and then that's it. But then as time went on, and again, me and Jalen's mom weren't always good. Every relationship, like it always came down to how somebody, like for me, what made me realize things over time was how you like looking back at it now is what I realized, like how you handled that situation. My daughter's in my life. I'm not going to not be around. I'm a very present, hands-on father. So if you aren't providing me peace with this situation, I don't care how great looking you were or how whatever else you're doing great, I need that. Because when I was single, made sure to always be like, provide a peaceful environment for Jalen, structure, and so forth. So if you're coming in as an outsider and you're just kind of feeding into the BS and the drama, yeah, I didn't like that. And so I realized after that, I was like, man, I just want somebody that's going to bring me peace just all around. I don't care about everything else. Like, I need somebody that's going to just provide peace. That was literally the only thing that I was like praying for. And somebody that's just going to give me peace from this situation, from that. Understand it's frustrating, but I was always the one. I never went back and forth with the BS with like Jalen's mom. Whenever there's just stuff that happened, and my family would get pissed. You're just gonna let her walk all over you and blah blah blah. But I'm like, I got a little one right there that's watching how I handle the situation, right? And so I would stay I would stay calm, kind of like a palm tree. Like, yeah, it's gonna go, but I'm just staying grounded in what I truly believe is what's best for her. But I needed somebody that needed to match me, and
I like that, the palm tree.
Oh yeah, no, that's why like in life I try to tell my daughter that and everything, because I mean, you give too much into the highs and the lows, which goes back to what I said earlier about what are you giving energy towards, right? It's if you're gonna focus, because anything, if we left here and like focus, I'm gonna focus on somebody offending me today. We're gonna find it because that's where our minds at, and so that's why I don't. So the highs and lows, and it's also maturity, right? As the older you get, you're gonna mature, and once you experience life and stuff. But yeah, I've tried to live my life like that. So even with, and I think like Mazie will say, like with real estate, or she's like, man, you're doing great. I'm like, it's cool. But I've experienced, I'm not going to get too high, I'm just not going to get too excited. Just stay grounded and then keep it moving.
Yeah, but you've also,
you have to celebrate yourself.
You also don't feel safe in celebrating because you're either waiting for the other shoe to drop or pride comes before the fall. So tell me I'm wrong. So you don't, that's one thing that I wish you could work on within yourself, is being able to celebrate your wins and like actually sit and celebrate in the wins and be present in them and enjoy that. Like,
I did. I bought me some shoes the other day. 4 pairs.
Yay.
Look
4
at
pairs?
Well,
There you go.
Are you a shoe guy?
No.
No?
I just went in. I was on the phone. I was on the phone with Alexis, and I was like, I guess I'm going to give me some shoes today.
That's funny.
So, bought 4 shoes. All on sale, though.
Oh gosh.
So you just got to stay frugal.
That's another
But
win.
it's another win, yeah. That's a high. See, no lows around here.
But so you have your piece wrapped up in a beautiful woman who super supports you.
Black queen.
Yeah, but so that's a win the whole way.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
But and it also helped though. It's so again, Erica being my sister's best friend. My brother jokes, and I'm sure somebody will make a joke as well. So this is depending on the time of year, like a 5.5 to 6 year age gap.
Mm-hmm.
Her and my sister met when they were 12.
Oh.
I was a senior in high school.
So that's just like me and Bryce then.
Yeah.
Exactly like me and Bryce.
Yeah.
Because we met when I was 12, 13.
So it's almost like, kind of like Jalen and Jax, like if you do the timeline.
Yeah.
Or Eden's time, but still.
Yeah.
So kind of like weird, but no, so my brother would like, I got some boys like, man, you're a freaking groomer, bro. I'm like, no. Oh my God. So we're at my bachelor party. He was like, all right, we're toasting. He's like, all right. He's like, Tyler, I don't agree with your decision. Like, you're a groomer. Like, I still love you. I'm like, what is going on here? And my brother at our wedding had a whole spill. He's like, yeah, even though, they're borderline, just barely made it, hey, Mr. Officer, cover your ears back there.
How old was Erica when y'all got married? Or got together?
Oh, no. We were grown. That was the thing. So this is what it was. This is the timeline. So I was experiencing all this stuff with Michaela, going the back and forth. Erica, I guess, was like a senior year or just graduated college or something. And she went with her 2 best friends and did like this photo shoot. And mind you, up until this point, Jalen's calling Erica Aunt Erica.
Oh.
That's my sister's best friend, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And so she would come over for holidays. She was living in Dallas, and so it was a situation to where she did this photo shoot. And I was just scrolling on Facebook. I was like, oh, Erica matured. But that was a thought only I had internally. I think I was with Michaela or somebody at the time, and it was just one of those all right, okay, noted. And then it kind of became like this family joke, like around Christmas. Like, oh, Josh, Taco, are you going to go walk Erica to the car? She needs help. Oh, so it was just kind of a running joke. No. I'm like, ugh. And then one day...
He took the mature route.
She had a boyfriend at the
Ew,
time.
gross.
She had a boyfriend at the time.
Oh, okay.
Respect. And so
Respect my insult.
And so it's but it was one of those things. And then one year, I don't know. I feel like every adult hits their like mature weight, and sounds funny, right? But like you go from like having like kid body to like, oh, you're a woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was Christmas. She had some jeans on. And I said, dang, Erica, you got thick.
Oh.
But when I said it, I was looking only at pants. I was only looking, and then she goes, "Did you just call me fat?" But I was like, no, that's not what I meant. It's like you look thick. Probably a better way I could have said that.
Good.
Right?
Good.
You look nice.
Yeah.
You mature. Like you put on a healthy, tremendous.
You look like a woman.
Yeah, but I was like, damn, you look thick. I didn't even look at her in the eye when she said it. I was just looking at those Levi's she had on. They're dark. That's fine.
He's
imagining she had little boots that are brown.
He's like, you got a pillow.
Oh, I love that.
So,
Binder.
That's funny. But at that same time, I said that she apparently had seen me like a week before, and she was like, you were wearing this. I saw you and you were going out, I think, to go meet Michaela. And she was like, I saw you in that blue button-down shirt.
I like his voice. Right.
In those blue
And if you knew
jeans.
Erica, that's nothing. Nothing
Nah,
what
this
she
is what
sounds like.
she said. She goes with these blue jeans and you had these brown like casual boots on, and I said, I said, yeah. So much so that was like in 2019. So much so she bought me another shirt to match, and I still in my closet. I can't throw it away. So every now and then she'll say, "Oh, I don't know what to wear for like going out somewhere." She's like, "Wear the button down."
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so it does something for her. But we were having that same thought. But going back to like the peace thing, right? Is she was around the family, so we knew. So then when it probably did help her being around, she had already had interactions with Jalen's mom.
Mm-hmm.
She knew the whole story. She knew we knew everything about each other. So that's why I told I got very lucky. I didn't have to go through the learning BS. What's your favorite color? What do you like?
The interviews.
What's your I had to go through all the bull crap. So I lucked out there to where Lair would hang around me too long. I lucked out there. And so but I lucked out to where it's because I don't know, I just annoyed it. That was just annoying. Like I always didn't like the fact that
the bullshit dating.
Yeah.
That's my biggest problem with it right now. I don't want to do that.
Right. And what am I going to get? And then you got to wait till you get the real. I think your mom said this the other day, like the 90 day, 180 days, whatever, till you're going to really see the real person.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when you, and then some people get, I noticed the church that I was going to, we had these marriage classes for the singles and this and that. But what I realized afterwards, I'm like, dang, what we were doing was they were teaching people how to pass the test to get to the
grooming.
No. Pass. I hate you. Pass the test to get to the prize of getting married, but then they ain't teach nothing else after that. Mm. So now you had all these people that are professional daters that know exactly what strings to pull to get to where you need to get to. And then you get married and you're like, oh, I don't know what to do after this.
Yeah.
And so but again, I looked at it and I was like, dang, so really you're just teaching people how to be fake. Fake it till you make it, but then you don't know what the hell to do once you make it.
Right.
And so I'm happy I didn't have to deal with it. And so, but it was a different learning curve though, right? From Aunt Erica.
Yeah.
To that's
but you got to learn her in a totally different way though. So you kind of did do it. Just you didn't have to go through the friend stage because y'all were already there.
Correct.
But you got to learn her on a whole different level.
Right. Yeah.
But I think when you have that connection too, that excites you to get to know somebody on that level.
Right. And then and we knew each other's traumas though. That's the other thing. We knew her past dating relationship issues. She knew mine. She knew things that I didn't know she knew, but again, my sister knew.
Right.
So she knew. So I couldn't, there's no hiding nothing.
Yeah.
Which is also, I think on one hand, it's like, dang, if we all could probably go into a situation of dating to where we're completely vulnerable, we would probably have a higher success rate of
I was going to say less fails.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, right?
Yeah.
But so many times I think when you're dating, you're just stuck of what am I going to share? What am I not going to share?
We've talked about too. That's what we want. Is we want to be able to have that best friendship with someone. And I mean, we've talked about it. That best friendship
fully
with someone.
Open.
Yeah.
Just here's what it
we
is.
We sat there and talked shit to each other about each other because we know exactly what the fuck you did, you dumb fuck. But then I still love you. You know what I mean? It's just a different.
Why is it so hard for y'all to find that?
I think that for me, I struggle with people get too emotional too fast, and then it's just hold on, I'm just learning you. I'm not falling in love with you. Back up.
Well, I know what your problem is, and I mean that respectfully.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah. I don't know. I say it's my picker. I don't know why I pick the people that I pick. I'll try to 180 that shit from the last one and be like, okay, well, I'm not going there again. So then I'll try something completely different. Young guy, older guy, grumpy fuck, guy that wants to go do things. I'm trying to pick a different thing.
But is it this thing that to their core they're all the same?
No. But they're all fucked up.
We all are. We all are.
But But like they're different. Like I've got, a couple addicts in there. Well, 3 of them are one. Yeah. Like 3 of them are addicts. What's that about?
How long have you been divorced?
Our divorce was final this June 18th.
How long have you been separate?
Only since February.
Oh, so you're fresh out the gate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're like going through this is new, I'm trying to figure it out. But
Yeah.
and I don't want to speak for you, but you're also like, do I want to just have kind of fun a little bit? Or are you really looking for something serious?
I'm not looking for anything serious at all right now.
Oh, so you're in the fun stage.
But I don't even want to do that. Like I want to go hang out with my friends, but like
You want a companion. You just want somebody to go kick it with, hang.
Kind of, yeah.
If something happens, cool. But I'm just want somebody to just kick it with.
Yes.
No,
that's the word.
No
intentions.
Yes.
I have no intentions.
Yeah.
Like if yes, honestly. Like I just want to be around you if I like being around you, and
right.
That's all. That's it. That's all I want it to be, just to hang out. I mean, I don't know. Because then there's parts of you that wants to be asked out still, too. I'm just scared. I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, you got time to figure it out, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, it's fresh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. For sure. But what is that? There's like an urgency there. What? In the back. I don't know if y'all... I feel like this urgency of like... There's almost like a pressure to date and to be...
I think because we've been...
I don't know if I'm doing it to myself or if it's like something that I pick up on from... People just ask the question, but I feel for some reason that it's almost like a pressure, and I know it's not.
But I feel like for you, a lot of your friends are in relationships, and they are married, and they are...
All of them.
Right. So,
except Melissa.
Right. So for you, I could see why it's like, okay, well, in order to be in that and enjoy that, I have to be...
But I don't want to be anymore. At the same time, it's like rationally, I know I don't want that, but it's like you're so conditioned. I don't know, it's weird.
That's how it's supposed to be. Yeah.
Right.
It's just weird. Okay.
I don't like that you're interviewing us.
We're just
talking.
We're just talking.
We're talking. So I'm curious about communication style.
Yeah.
What would you like? How would you like a woman to handle, like, let's say a massive disagreement with you?
I was going to say first to be able to explain who my wife is. She's I can't say what I want to say. She's a little cutthroat is what I will say.
Blunt?
Yeah, blunt. And it becomes sometimes issues like at work because she's just too blunt.
Direct. Yeah.
She comes from, it's just how they were raised.
Mm-hmm. She doesn't mean anything by it.
Sometimes she does, sometimes she doesn't.
Yeah.
And then sometimes she's like, what? You can't get mad because I told you. And I'm like, dang. So, to go now,
like, dang.
to where now, I used to be the person of like, we're going to talk about it now. And then I realized like, no, like let's simmer down. Give each other space and then come back. Like perfect scenario. So yeah, we're pissed off right now. Why are you smiling? We're pissed off right now, but in the perfect world, we're gonna drop it right here. We're gonna both count to 10, take a deep breath, and then come back and then talk about it. It don't always happen that way.
Yeah.
And that goes both ways though with community, because I'm the one that sometimes, depending on what the topic it is, I'm like pressing the issue.
Mm-hmm. You do want to talk about it?
Yeah, I'm like, let's talk
and
about it.
she doesn't want to?
Yeah. And I'm like, well,
she hot-headed, like she needs a second?
We both can be. We don't ever,
okay.
So we don't ever like argue, like, whoa, I said blah, blah, blah. Like we've only had one of those probably ever. Mm-hmm. And so it doesn't get like that, but it's, she starts to cry. But because she's mad and she's so frustrated, I'm like, man, oh my God, here go the tears. Like, what are we doing? I don't say that, but I'm thinking that. Okay. But then it's also like the automatic trump card.
Yeah.
Right? So like as the guy from the male perspective, like you're an asshole if you continue the conversation now that she's crying. Mm-hmm. Anything you say after that you still try to become right, it's like you're just an asshole now. Don't you see she's crying? Okay, you want
my honest to God opinion on this one is, I I would keep, if I were a man, I think you should still finish. I don't think that if you are convicted about whatever it is that your point is, and she starts to cry, I've never used my tears to try to get out of an argument. Sometimes they just happen. I would want you to finish. Like, I want it to get better. So, like, even if I do get upset, I still want us to fix whatever it is. So I don't think you should stop. Like, maybe take a break for a second and be like, hey, I love you. But like, we need to fix this. So I have to finish.
Right. No, it's but one thing that we have done that it works, like we have like a little safe word. Once that's said, in the midst of an argument, everybody shut up.
I like that.
Take 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna reconvene and calm down.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times it's not the words that make the argument worse. It's the tonality that we're speaking to each other.
Well, and energy.
That makes everything
Tension.
worse. So that, and then also realizing we're not oppositions, we're on the same team. I think a lot of times people, when they're in arguments and and communication and stuff like that, is
it's you versus them.
Y'all
versus the problem.
Correct.
Yeah.
And so I think that's a that's a healthy thing. And then I think also, just we're talking about communication as a whole. You have all these. So I was very big when I was single of like surrounding myself with couples. Or specifically married people, and asking questions. So we'd be at lunch, and they're obviously mad at each other. I'm like, how are y'all gonna fix this? Because I can obviously tell y'all are pissed off with each other. Y'all can go home, y'all can argue, what, right? Because I was trying to learn. And I think communication is such a big word, or generic word that people, I think when we're saying like, what's the number one key to a great relationship? Communication. But then the way I communicate is different from how you communicate. So I could be saying, I'm talking, I told you. And you're like, I didn't get anything of what you thought. So the communication needs that you need from me is completely different. It's almost like the love language thing, right?
Yeah.
If my love language physical touch, but yours is gifts, I can't be physical touching you and be like, well, I'm giving you what you need.
Yeah.
You're like, no, it's what I'm needing, right? So that's, I would say that's the same thing when it comes to communication, is like understanding how the person.
Learning their language.
Yeah.
And talking to them in theirs.
Right, yeah. It's learning.
Like
it's almost like, it's like one speaking Spanish, one speaking English.
To me, that's love. Having different love languages and choosing to speak the other person's language.
Yeah, loving them where they need to be loved. They need that from you, and saying, okay, well, I'm going to love you the way you need to be loved, not the way I need to be loved. But I'm going to tell you how to love me back.
Right. We got into this. It just happened last night. We've been sitting because I'm busy, and my week's never the same. And so every Sunday what we've been doing is like, hey, what's your week look like? To me, I'm communicating to you what your week looks like, what my week looks like. She said, what time is all that? I said, well, this is at 9 to 11, and I have that closing that's Tuesday from 12:30 to whatever, and then on Wednesday. She was like, I don't care about any of that. The bluntness. Right? She said, I don't care about any of that. What's happening like outside of work hours? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I don't have consistent work hours. I can be working at 11 p.m. Like, so, like, she was like, my work hours. What's outside of my work hours? Because I assume when I'm working, you're working. But when I'm off to where we could be doing things, what's happening outside? Like, what are you doing this week that happens after 5 p.m.? I'm like, oh.
That's a really good way to position that question. Outside of my work hours.
I'm like, right? Because, again, I was telling you what I was doing this week. Right. She didn't care. So
that's your normal, but her normal is different.
Right.
Yeah.
So then if she wouldn't have said anything, and then she would have brought it up like later in the week, I'm like, in my head, I communicated. What was happening, but for her, it didn't satisfy her communication needs.
Mm-hmm. So say it another way, right?
Right.
Because you want her to get the information.
Correct. However, y'all women. often don't communicate that part of it.
Correct.
Can we?
The part of not understanding?
No, the
or?
part of her saying, "Hey, it's not what I'm asking. I care about what's happening outside of my work hours."
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right? Because a lot of times y'all will not say what y'all need, because that was her communicating what she needs to feel fulfilled, that she has the answer based off the topic that we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a lot of time, well, at least in my experience, and then what I see in other people's relationships, but sometimes the woman's not communicating. She was just like, well, you didn't tell me what I wanted.
I think there's also a level of whenever you're married, the woman expects, now that you're married, she expects for you to understand in the way in which she's asking, which is not fair because
Y'all
it's
change.
the same way.
Yeah.
We do change. But I do
literally Houston's weather in one
everybody
day.
changes.
Well, no, but I think that actually has everything to do with the situation. So it's like as you're navigating, like the one thing I could feel different ways about because of the different like things what's going on during that time.
Well, y'all look so proper, and I'm just like,
I have a bunch of pillows behind me, so does she.
good.
Okay, so.
Yeah, but that's communication. That I don't know if I directly. Nothing's gonna be direct answer from me.
Well, no, I like that you think that like pause, right?
Yeah, it's the pause, and it's like a safe word.
Yeah.
Right? If you have a safe word
Not
in the
letting it
bedroom, you
get
need to have
to
a safe
that
word in
point.
communication.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. Okay. How important do you think shared interests are with your person? How much does that matter to a guy? That y'all have things you can go do together, like.
Oh, me and my wife are very much team. We don't gotta do everything together.
Okay. So you don't think that that's necessarily all that important?
No, it's.
Is it something that prior to getting married to Erica that you thought was important?
Yes, but also there's three things in a marriage, right? There's husband, there's wife, and then there's y'all.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all always y'all, then like you got to continue to grow, right? So if I always took interest in what Erica wanted, I personally would never have grown into where I am now, like when it comes to real estate. Erica has no interest in real estate.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need her to have interest in real estate. You know, anything that comes with it, right?
Oh, my stomach's growling.
Yeah, see, you're hungry too. But it's because I think sometimes we just get consumed in like the us, especially when kids are young. Because then guess what? Kids graduate, and then you end up being like, who are you?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't know who each other are.
Gotta date your spouse.
Right. So, but then also like you can't grow as an individual if you're always stuck doing the exact same things.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's times, especially like during COVID, and like before, getting into real estate, my job, like we both worked from home, and after work, she was like, "Hey, I'm going to Target." And one day I was like, "Oh, I don't want to go." She was like, "Oh, I wasn't asking. I'm letting you know I'm going to Target because that's what I want to do."
Yeah.
She was like, "You're going to the gym. I don't want to go to the gym with you." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." But I think it's also personality.
Time apart is important too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but there's personality type. My parents,
Codependent?
everything. But then I've also seen on the other hand, right? If you're going to be codependent, you need to just in my experience from viewing things, if you're going to be so codependent on your spouse, you have to be pouring more into y'all's marriage than the people that aren't. And what I mean by that is, like my parents very much will. They go to the marriage conference at church, and they're always pouring, right? But it's like you kind of have to because y'all are entrenched.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen on the other hand of like people who are codependent, but then they're not pouring into their marriage, so they end up getting divorced, and they don't know what the hell to do.
Yeah.
Husband don't know even what brand of deodorant he gets because the wife doesn't know how much anything costs. Doesn't do it, and vice versa, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now it's just one of those things. I think you got to know yourself.
Show up to a party without a gift because the wife is always the one to get the gift. You're just the one to pay for it.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I mean? What brand? Or if you have kids and that happens, like,
Hey, what's our laundry detergent?
yeah, what's our laundry?
Yep, I got that one.
It happened to one of my boys' parents. One of my homeboys' parents, and they're like, he was struggling for a while.
How do I pay
Toothpaste, going to the grocery store, don't even know where their
What's our
toothpaste is
bank
at.
account information?
You gotta think
I
about it, right?
refuse to ask those questions. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll figure it out or I'll
Right.
find something new. I'm not fucking asking. Big girl
So just-
syndrome.
Right. But it's so no, there has to be, I think, a healthy balance of like y'all growing as individuals.
You hear it?
Yeah, I did. I gave you what I had.
Click. As long as I can get rid of it.
Round of antibiotics.
Stop growling in years ago. She's gonna be next.
Probably.
But no, that yeah, I don't. Again, nothing's gonna. I mean, that's my opinion.
I agree.
That's
I
what's
like
worked
it.
for us.
So what do you think, respect and equality? Do you think that a man should consider his wife to be his perfect equal? Or do you think that he's the leader? Do you think, what do you think?
I think perfect, just maybe remove the perfect. Do you see your wife as an equal?
I mean, dead equal.
Do you believe that? Not how do you see your what?
What do you want?
I'm gonna answer this. We are one band, one sound, right? But I am the leader of the house as the man. It's my position. Just like I'll talk to other just like y'all, like when there's kids, y'all are the women are the default parent, right? When a diaper needs to be changed, kids going to the mom. When the kids need lunch, right? It's just like there's just aspects within a marriage that. I mean,
So you believe in gender roles?
Absolutely.
I see it as the man leads the marriage, the family, and the woman leads the house. I see it as just leadership roles. I do think that within those leadership roles, there are job duties within it that we pick up on each other's when the other person can't. You know what I mean? In order to make everything 100%. But I do think that
men are naturally physically above women, but I think that a man, as a leader, should treat his wife as his equal.
1,000%.
We know if you're treating us like an equal, we know you're actually you're looked at like that by us anyways.
Yeah.
But as a man, you need to be able to have something worthwhile for your wife to be following.
Yes.
Right. So just because that's what it should be, you can't just be. I've joked around being a boy and. You can't be somebody that your wife can't trust. It's there's a lot of times that, for me, 3 big things. I need peace, I need respect, and I need, intimacy. Those are 3 things, right? But just because I need that doesn't mean that I don't give the same back. So, as a woman, I think y'all naturally would be okay with allowing the man to lead the family, but he has to be worth...
We have to feel safe
enough
to let go.
Correct. And so the respect goes both ways, right? You can't be out here being disrespectful and they'll be like, well, I'm a man, you gonna respect me. I'm like, if you gotta say that, then you're not worth respecting. And so, it's just, and y'all, I think just naturally, y'all are okay with no, yes, babe, lead.
Yeah.
But you have to trust that where he's leading is worthwhile and worth taking the slight back seat of letting him lead, letting him go first.
Just passenger.
Yeah. Be a passenger princess. What has y'all's experience been with that?
You got it.
That's hilarious.
So loud. Yes. That's weird. It just came all the way over. How's it doing that?
And they did it with the cats.
Oh.
She didn't get it.
I didn't hear it.
Oh.
And then it ended.
It said it started with the cat and it ended with the cats.
Oh, it did. It did.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do...
No, you gotta answer the question.
Oh, shit. What did you ask again?
I said, what has y'all's experience been with y'all touched on a little bit of the...
Respect.
Yeah.
I have never been in a relationship where I felt truly respected. But I mean, again, obviously I have my issues of pickings.
Yeah.
We also allow it too, though. What you don't change, you choose type thing. So we did get into these relationships.
You don't allow it in the moment.
Sure.
You fight back, right?
Sure. But we stayed in these relationships where we knew that we were being disrespected. We knew that we were.
But it's not that easy. You got a lot of skin in the game. Right? With your kids, with your house, with your life, with everything. You got a lot of skin in the game.
But were those red flags there before, like even in the dating period? Mm-hmm. So like, based off
that's what I'm saying.
Based off what y'all have experienced now, it's probably way easier to be able to view in the dating world now that, hey, that person can be the leader, and I can trust him to lead the way and be the man of the household and all that, as opposed to beforehand not experiencing life, right? It's a little bit more difficult, I guess.
I find myself going to the extreme opposite, where I was allowing so much and overlooking so much. Now I'm like, I don't like his fucking ear. Now it's, I don't like the way he says, I don't like whatever. Mm-hmm. Or it's, he's too emotional for me. He wants to see me too much. He's, you know what I mean? So like all the things that I was craving in my last relationship.
I think we do that a lot though, but I think the bottom line is you're like, it's not him.
Yeah.
You make excuses when it's not him.
But I'm saying now I'm quicker to accept it's not him and give a reason and justification. Whereas before,
looking for it.
Well, we can work on it. It's that potential.
Well, looking for reasons. Yes.
So, yeah.
Women do marry on potential.
Mm-hmm. And men marry on the now. And both are so totally unrealistic. Because we change, we grow, we're supposed to. And so it's said that whenever you get married, especially at the average age, right? Mm-hmm. When you get married, you are marrying someone to then marry the 7 versions of them. There are going to be 7 different people throughout the entirety of y'all's marriage. So you're choosing in that moment, no matter those 7, I'm going to be there. And as a leader, you can guide where those things might get a little bit toxic or where they might be a little too scandalous or and vice versa, right? But that's what you're choosing. And so if you choose the wrong person.
Yeah, and you're usually picking at like a lot of people pick before their brains are even fully grown. Right,
and we're going based off the potential that we see in them instead of seeing them as they are and being like, okay, so it could either get better or worse from here. It's like, if this is my bare minimum as of right now, do I trust that he has the drive, the motivation, the desire, the hunger to be able to become a better person as time goes on? Mm-hmm. Or are they okay with staying stagnant? If they're okay with staying stagnant, in my opinion, it's just going to get worse. Mm-hmm. Or, you know what I mean? Like, there's no growth that's going to happen there. And as 2 women who crave growth and like getting to the better version of ourselves, we are not good with stagnant men. No. And that's what we've chosen, is stagnant men.
So how do you choose better?
I don't choose. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm out.
Are you the... Oh, I was going to get deep. We'll go to the next question.
I can answer that, though. See, I've never dated while my son's been old enough to witness me dating. Mm-hmm. And so I know I'm going to do better because the most important person in the world's watching me. Mm-hmm. So I can't screw that up.
Right.
So I am being picky. You're damn right. Very picky.
We deserve to be.
I don't want to waste your time either.
Yeah.
No, you know?
Exactly.
Like, if I know for a fact, like, I'm not going to be interested in you, I don't want to be ugly about it, but, like, I'm not going to waste your time. Right. I'm not saying you're not. Anyway.
I think the most irritating thing dating now is, like, because I'm so direct enough to be able to say, this doesn't serve me, or, like, I'm not interested. That doesn't mean that you're a bad person. Don't get your fucking panties in a twist.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, we're not right for each other.
Right.
We can be friends, we can still whatever, but just because I'm not interested in you in that way does not mean that you're a bad person. You're just not the right person for me.
Right.
Don't
you're like,
be so
don't stop here. Keep looking.
Yes.
Don't stop here. We can be friends.
I know y'all are interviewing me, but are y'all both healed from past to then be able to allow yourself to be truly...
I don't believe that healed has an ED on it. I think that as we continue through life, we're constantly healing.
Are you carrying stuff from the past that now, unfortunately, the person in the future has
Sure, because whenever you heal as an individual, you're healing the things that you're aware of and that you know that you can fix within yourself, because it only requires you to self-reflect and grow and whatever, reparent even. But then there are some things that whenever they're relationship issues, the only way we're going to be able to heal them is by getting into a situation where it is a relationship, to be able to be like, okay, look, I'm just being transparent. I'm fucked up, and this is the part that I need to heal now. So like, you got to find someone who's willing to heal with you or help you heal, and that you could trust in healing, you know? But I think that I know that I've gotten to the point, sure, there's going to be some things as an individual I still need to heal. But I do think that I'm at the point now where I have to be in the situation of being in a relationship or a relationship style in order for me to see and fix those things and allow the other person to help me through that, if that makes sense. It's kind of like, I don't know, whenever you show up for a job and you need your certain PPE and you need your tools or whatever, but then there's other jobs where they provide it for you or you don't need those things. I'm now in a place of, okay, I need tools in order to be able to work for this job. So, what about you?
Honestly, I want to be at a point where I'm not carrying shit into a relationship. I want to set it at the door.
Sure,
And
but I think
go
that's
in.
super unrealistic.
I don't know.
To be
So.
How?
As somebody that I really had to go through some bullshit
Yeah.
with the previous. That's why with Michaela, to where I realized I got to work on this, and this before I'm good for anybody, right? Because I think a lot of times when we're wanting to date, we're seeking something, but then are we the person that should attract the person that we need?
Right.
I became the person that attracted Erica I'm confusing myself now. I became the person, because I worked on myself, to then attract the person that I needed, that I wanted.
Right, but what I'm saying is it's unrealistic to think that you're not going to bring in some baggage. Whether that be
some
past
yes,
relationships or
but there's like
your
major
mom.
stuff though, right?
Sure,
Like-
but
like-
I'm talking about specifically like relationship wise, like projecting things from the past, like other experiences or like any jealousies or like that guy cheated on me. I'm not going to walk into a new relationship punishing somebody
Correct.
for shit somebody else did to me. I want to be able to walk in, and yes, we obviously, if I'm in a relationship with you at this point, you're going to know what I've been through because we need to know that about each other.
Right.
And so like with the intention of like extreme communication, over communication, transparency, then I feel like if we can always talk about it, then I won't have to carry it.
But there you're requiring something that may not be the bare minimum. Like over communication may not be the way that this person communicates, but he's having to do that for you because that's what you need because of your past as well. So it's unrealistic to think that we're going to walk into anything without the influence of a previous.
Well, I'm not going to be in a relationship with somebody that's not willing to communicate with me that way.
Yeah.
So again, like I won't have to deal with it because like those are things that we're already going to have established.
I got them talking.
Okay, what about let's do romantic gestures.
I didn't know. No.
I'm kidding.
I know.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. We have 2
Romantic
minutes.
what?
Gestures. What do guys do y'all want romantic gestures from women?
And what does that look like?
Yeah, what does that look
Because
like?
my thought of a romantic gesture for a man that a man would want is the lingerie and the things. Like, what more can you do there?
Yeah, what are good things
But
that
that's
girls
what
can
I've
do as a
experienced.
romantic gesture for a guy? Is
You
it
like
all just
lingerie?
sexual? Is it?
No. So going back to what I said, I said what? Respect, peace, and intimacy. Just because it's intimacy doesn't mean I like need you to, ride me every night. It's just look at me and know that when you look at me, I feel desired.
Yes.
I tell my wife all the time, I was like, I love to be touched, but it's not even in a sexual way. Like you see me at my computer desk, just walk up and just rub the back of my head. You ain't gotta say anything. Come rub it for like 5 seconds and walk away. And that a lot of times makes me feel more like desired and wanted than.
He's like, oh, get in the bedroom.
Well, I don't even think that. It's that, you feel loved.
Love.
Yeah.
It's kind of,
And seen and appreciated.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
All just from
But
somebody.
but romantic gestures, I mean, just feed me. Just feed me and I mean,
Feed me and
gesture.
fuck me.
Yeah, the two F's. No, it's the lingerie stuff, though. Especially the older you get, though. Like, and it's interesting because I think what I need and want now at being 37 and married is probably way different than what I thought I would have needed within a relationship at 25 and married.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because at 25 and married, I'm probably like, oh, girl, yeah, come home and I need to see you wear nothing. And, like, you know, just, but now I'm like, it just be the little, especially with kids.
Yeah.
It just be the little things of like, it's going to sound so stupid. The other day, we went somewhere and she ordered my food. And I was like, she knew exactly what I wanted. I was like,
Aww.
and it meant the word. Like, I was like, dang, like, I didn't even have to think. Like tell you what I want, like you knew.
Yeah.
You know, we say sometimes, we've said before that like a really good romantic gesture is taking something off the other person's plate.
Right.
Like doing one of their chores, doing something for them. Just, I think that everybody always says that, but nobody ever does it.
Yeah, no, it's one of those. It means the world, and again, the older you get, right now, like I'm super busy, so it's one of those things. Like it's, but the same thing for her. Like, come home and allow her not to have to tend to our 2-year-old for an hour. Oh my gosh, you're gonna talk about probably brownie points, and y'all have heard like love deposits, like the whole. I think too many times, just in general, we try to withdraw instead of focusing on depositing.
Yeah.
And I think if everybody in a marriage or relationship, whatever, if you focused on love deposits on a regular, I think just as a whole, everybody would be happier.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And it doesn't, and yeah, guys want sexual, like want sex and all that, but there are also times I'm like this weekend we had a babysitter for Kyson. It was just, we came home, cuddled in bed, went to bed. But that was nice. It was what was needed. And
Non-sexual intimacy it's very important too.
Now
especially for us, for girls, women.
Now the last time, it was different. Last time we had a babysitter, it was way different.
Right.
I'm like, it's 4 a.m. and I'm like, we're still up. Okay, let's go. So it's just one of it's different, right? But it's, we're simple. I think you say this. I was like, man, we're simple. We are. We're super simple. I think people tend to overthink it sometimes. Just feed our bellies, feed something else, and
all the appetites,
and then be peace, and then we'll be fine.
Yeah, but you're also a man who's willing to reflect on himself and improve.
Are most men not like that?
No.
Nah.
I think a lot are, though. A lot more are than aren't, probably. They're just all married. They're taken.
Yeah.
Because they're good.
All the good men are taken.
Well, I mean, they should be.
Or they're not 18 yet.
They should be.
I don't have any luck.
Tyson's waiting for you in 16 years.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to do tips of the week?
What's
Do
your
you not
tip
have
of the,
one?
I don't. What's your tip of the week?
Tip of the week.
Your professional tip of the week. So you're a realtor.
Oh, this is a professional.
Yeah, you got to give a tip. Like, what's a good tip for this time of year for your business?
Oh, well, y'all should have sent these questions before.
I have one.
I have
I'll let you go.
Okay. You want us to go first?
Yeah.
Okay. My tip of the week is if you have a teenage boy, boys are worse about this than girls are big time. I do hair. I don't know if you know that. But, and they want a haircut, like a style from a hairdresser. Barbers too, I'm sure would appreciate this. But they're the worst at describing what they want. They're awful. You'll ask them and they'll be like, I mean, like, I want to like shorter right here and like maybe like a half of a quarter of an inch. Like
a quarter of an inch.
Sounds about right.
It's awful. And they can't tell you anything. And so you cut the whole head and they're like, yeah, I think I want it maybe like a little bit shorter. I'm like, motherfucker. So then you have to do the whole haircut again.
Right.
Bring a picture. Make your child pick out a picture. You can get them. Pinterest is a really good place for them to just type in like young men haircuts. and they can just scroll and find one, bring that in. It saves so much time and energy, and they typically like it a lot better because they have a hard time describing it. So that's my tip.
So I'm a typical young man.
You're a
Teenage boy.
basic bro.
Basic girl. It's fine.
My tip is for the leaders. So we've all experienced a change in dynamic when it comes to leadership change. And the one thing that you have to think about is if you are a very important person in your business, and there are a lot of people who rely on you for leadership, in order for you to phase out, to be able to, once you get to that point of like, okay, my work here is done, I'm gonna watch this thing grow. That's what I'm gonna be intentional on. You have to find your replacement in order for you to be able to do that. And that replacement may not be in one person. That may be 3 people, it may be 5 people. You have to find the characteristics that your team like about you. Find people who possess the same characteristics. If they can have more than that to cover more that you are, great. But have that expectation that you need to groom them for a certain amount of time in order for your phase out to be successful and fruitful, and people within your culture respect the new leadership team that you've created. So just be patient. What is your...
Dang, I was vibing with which I was like, oh, we're gonna keep it simple, and then you had to go get off deep.
Your tip can be anything. You don't have to do work if you don't want to.
No,
That's what I said to my ex-husband and how I got pregnant.
shut up.
Just a tip. You don't have to do anything.
For the working dads and business owners, when you're spending time with your kids or spouse, take the AirPod out, put the phone down, and be intentional with the time that you are actually spending with your family, with your, even friends.
Yes.
Be present.
Yeah, be present. I think a lot of times, like, just because you're physically there, like for my 2-year-old, like there's times I'm talking on the phone, but he's like, Dad, he'll grab my face, Dad, but I'm like on the phone or whatever, and it's even at 2, they need the undivided attention. So put it down. I mean, at a minimum, I'm busy as hell, you know that, but you can spare 30 minutes of like 100% undivided like attention.
No devices.
Yeah, no devices.
I have a friend that does that at home. They put them all on the counter when they get home. No devices.
Right.
He says it's so much better at home. I need to do that too.
All right.
Great tip.
Thanks, Taco. Uncle Toco.
Yeah. So like,
Appreciate
subscribe, share.
Y'all can get a lot of subscribers with your legs out, girl. I see you.
I'm like, I'm such a boy. I have a scab on my
And
knee.
you were intentional with your feet out, huh? All
That's
the
what I'm
feet
trying to
fetish
hide
guys
them.
out there? There you go.
Listen, when I hit my low, I do find Feet Finder just to see, like, okay, hold on, let's consider this.
So,
feet
they
are
paid,
bad.
so they paid for the equipment. So thank you, Bob, Dale, and Dylan out there.
Dale.
All right.
That's my dad. Bob is my dad's name and Dale is his middle name.
Well,
Bobby
we know who
Dale.
subscribed to our Feet Finder.
She said dad. All right. High five.
All
Thank
together.
you.
Yes, thank you.
Say goodbye. Say have a good week.
Have a great week.
Great week.